This woman right here, her name is Nardos. Her Instagram is Nardos Daily, and she's out here. She's I guess she speaks to women about how to level up. She's part of the Shira 7 section of the internet, right? Women who talk about gold digging, but they don't have a sugar daddy. They don't have none of that. These women are struggle daters. Well, this heifer, this East African heifer, got exposed by Rick Ross. He not only is in the comment section calling it cap about him trying to holler at her, but also he posted on IG story it was cap, but he also showed where this heifer was for years was trying to get his attention by mentioning him in her IG stories. And I guess the one time he messaged her, now she got content. And Rick Ross had to shut that down. And you know what else this heifer said? She said that black women need to go get a rich white man instead of a rich black man because rich white men are more generous. Yo, what is wrong with these heifers, man? Why do y'all all want white men? White men are struggling. White men are struggling so bad, they gotta look to Nick Fuentes to save them. How are y'all looking for white men to give y'all something that they don't have? White men are struggling. And y'all are out here praising them while they're struggling. These men are struggling out here. They're looking to Nick Fuentes to lead them. But here you are on social media telling women, don't deal with a rich black man, get a rich white man because they're more generous. Said no white woman ever. Y'all notice white women don't talk about how generous white men are because it's a goofy stereotype that isn't true. Most of these, and a lot of times they're not even rich men. It's the older men, whether they're white, black. A lot of the older men are always generous from what I've been told. That it's a stereotype. That's how I know these women don't deal with rich men. Because for you to act like only white men are rich lets me know that all you do is look at movies and TV shows and you've developed your opinion off of that. Because if you were actually out here in these dating streets, you would not be saying that. Rick Ross is a rich black man. You don't think he would have been generous with you? But you put this out here to prove a point and to show her hatred towards black men, my opinion. Because why would you put this out here and then say that black women should get with a white man? You're not even black American. You're an East African woman. From what it looks like. You could be from somewhere else. But you're not FBA. Rick Ross swiftly addressed allegations he slid in the Instagram DMs of two women he claims are strangers. On Monday, the Port of Miami rapper posted two alleged DM interactions with influencers Nardos Daily and Gemma Chelsea. In her Instagram story, Nardos claimed that she received so many DMs from celebrities, but was sharing the alleged conversation with Ross because she thought he would get the joke. I don't know what joke she thought he would get, but do y'all see how they be playing? And then they wonder why these men pump them and dump them. In all seriousness, attention doesn't equal currency, she continued. They don't want you. Women always come up to her and be like, guess who's in my DMs? Like, they're so flattered. Like, okay, I don't even follow them. They follow me. The DM allegedly from Ross read, "You are mine," which the rapper denied. This hoe is going to cap heaven, he wrote in his repost. This right here, she posted and she was so proud of it. And she was so proud of it. Why do women do stuff like this? Like, why? But the thing is, these women are so thirsty to grow platforms and get followers. Not only are they twerking and shaking assets, but now they're exposing DMs because they want to go viral. Well, she's going viral for the wrong reasons because she's getting cooked everywhere. The follow-up story was issued to Gemma, who purportedly claimed that Ricky Rose also DM'd her. In his screenshot of his messages to her, it appeared that Gemma mentioned him in multiple stories back in 2022. That's the Chelsea chick there. Cap, goofy, bad body. Ross DM'd her. He captioned the story, "I do have a certain vibe and she not it." The rapper may not be in the dating market for a while after breaking up with model and realtor Jasmine Kendrick in September. I think I've already spoke on that. But let's go to the post here. Now I want y'all to see this. Where is it? This is what Nardosa posted. And to be honest, if you're trying to get money, I guess I would just tell you to get a rich white man. At least they're generous. Black men will literally use you and throw you away. We see it publicly. His cars are not yours. His money is not yours. His fame isn't yours. You'll be traumatized and left with maybe a bag or two. Women who get money aren't impressed. So she's saying by being a white man's whore, you're going to get more money. So I guess they'd rather get discarded by a white man than a black man, is what they're saying. And you wonder why these heifers ain't got nobody? Y'all wonder why these heifers ain't got nobody? White or black? White men are looking to Nick Fuentes because they're tired of you immigrants, especially you immigrant heifers who get on here and say this nonsense. These white men want sex and they pay you just like the black men do. I don't get this nonsense about how the white man is better. What's good, Joe K? How is that? How is that? This is where we're at with this. Rick Ross had every right to call this heifer out because her and the other female, they're always trying to push this narrative about white men. White men are out here fighting for their whiteness. They're not, and don't get me started on that African female that got finessed by the white man. So why don't you put up a post about that white man that finessed that African female and her family out of money? Instead of you posting about they need to get a rich white man, why don't you report about that African woman that got finessed by that white man? You won't talk about that. Why? You won't talk about that. But you will try to make more out of this than it should be made out of. And you wonder why you don't have a man, period. And this is what we got to choose from. This is why men are leaving this country, because they're tired. They're sick and tired of you heifers. And what do? Y'all talk about how the white man is better. And then when these men leave, now you want to attack these men. But y'all claim y'all don't want these men. So